Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this Monday morning with Business Coach Malloy. And it's our day 30 of our series, The Power of Five. And today is an interesting day. Today is uh, Raksha Bandhan. Today is Rakhi, where brothers and sisters come together and commit the sense of love, affection, safety, security. And in spite of what is happening around the country, I think it is important for all of us. And for me, Rakhi is not between the brothers and the sisters only. Rakhi is between two individuals who are committed to taking care of each other. That is the broader essence of Rakhi. And on that journey of Rakhi, the philosophy of Rakhi that I have, let's talk about how, as an entrepreneur, you can learn from the essence of Rakhi. And the essence of Rakhi, again, being that there are two individuals, two groups, and you're working towards a common vision. You have a common journey together. With also all the ups and downs of life, you're committing to each other that you will be there with each other through that journey of life, and in this case, the journey of entrepreneurship. And Rakhi, which is a festival that holds a deep cultural and spiritual significance. And as an entrepreneur, each one of you have faced and conquered numerous challenges in your journey, and you're doing it even today. You've seen the highs and the lows of the business world, and either you've built or you're in the process of building an enterprise that will not only generate wealth, but also create jobs, drive innovation, and more important than everything else that you do in your entrepreneurial journey is what is it that you're contributing to society? And contribution to society does not necessarily mean charity. So today I invite you to explore a very different perspective, one that draws the wisdom of the cultural traditions to what you can do to your leadership and for your business. Business is all about values. Business is all about strong relationships, trust, protection, responsibility, mutual respect. And these are the values that are completely aligned to the business and can serve as guiding principles that not only fortify your business, but you become a different individual. You elevate yourself not only in the eyes of the world, but in your eyes on your leadership skills. So number one, today, of the power of five, number one of them is building those enduring relationships, the true capital of business. While Raksha Bandhan is a celebration of bond between siblings, a bond that is rooted in trust, loyalty, mutual respect, that Rakhi is not only a sacred thread, it's not a physical token, it symbolizes an emotional and spiritual connection. In the context of business, this principle is equally, if not more, important. Whether it is with your co-founders, your employees, your customers, or your investors, the relationship that you cultivate are the lifeblood for your enterprise. And in the midst of all this, trust becomes the cornerstone for successful relationships. And that is very, very true as business. If you go back into what we spoke about a couple of weeks back, that on a friendship day, and it was a friendship day episode of part of 5, I think it was episode 27 or 28, where we spoke about whether two friends should start a business together. Today, when you talk about your stakeholders, your employees, your customers, or your partners, they trust you. They're more likely to remain loyal, support your decisions, and stick with you through the difficult times. But trust is not something can be demanded. It is earned through consistent actions, transparency, and integrity. Consider your relationship with your employees. They're the backbone of your business. Yeah, not all employees will ever be the backbone of your business. And if you go back to one of the series that we had done on the manpower piece, where you have the must-haves, the good-to-haves, and the good-to-goes, the must-haves have become the must-haves because they have built the trust. And it's for us to build that trust amongst the good-to-haves. When the employees start trusting their leaders, they're more engaged, more productive, and more committed to the success of the company. But how do we do that? And everything starts with communication. Everything in this world is all about communication. Open, honest, transparent communication is the key to building your trust. So go back and ask each one of you, do you have your business vision defined for 2030 or 2035 or 2040? When was the last time you shared that vision with your employees? Because you need to involve them in the decision-making process. There will be people who will fall out, and that's okay. But your core of your employees who trust you and who trust your vision will stay back because they trust. And because when they feel included and valued, they're more likely to trust you. In today's competitive environment, the second piece after your employees is your customers. And today, customer loyalty is more valuable than ever. And the customers trust you. More than the brand that you have built, the customers trust you. It's your personal brand. And customers who trust your brand are more likely to make repeat purchases. But again, the trust must be earned. It's on delivering your promises every time. Are you an epitome of delivering promises? Whether the quality of a product, the timeliness, the responsiveness, consistency, transparency, are those pillars. Things will go wrong in your business. There will be times when you'll make a bad quality product. Not because you wanted to, but it turned out to be. There will be situations where you are not able to fulfill the timelines. Be honest with your customer. Even when things go wrong, be honest. If there's a delay, communicate openly and work towards a solution. In this world of very transactional world, it's easy to focus on the short-term gains. But we need to understand, each one of us need to understand that the long-term success is built on long-term relationships. And believe me again, and I've gone through this, while you're building long-term success for your customers, there will be a few customers who will take you for a ride, who will betray the trust that you have shown on them. But let that betrayal not be the reason why you stop trusting people. Building long-term relationships requires a long-term mindset. It is about thinking beyond the immediate transaction and focusing on the bigger picture. How can you add value to your customers, your employees, your partners, your investors? What can you do today that will strengthen your relationship with them tomorrow? And one way to build long-term relationships is to consistently deliver value. This means not meeting expectations, but exceeding them. Go that extra mile for your customers. When people see that you're committed to their long-term success, it's all about them. It's not about you. Your business is not about you. Your business is about them. They're more likely to remain loyal to your business in the long term. So as an experienced entrepreneur, you've already understood the importance of relationships, but I challenge you today to ask yourself, how can you take it to the next level? How can you build even stronger relationships? How can you earn more trust from your customers, employees, and partners? What will you do to ensure that relationships are truly mutually beneficial? How can you nurture the relationships over the long term to ensure sustainable success? Consider doing a relationship audit yourself, myself. when I do my relationship audit, I find sometimes because of the various nuances the business is going through, my relationship audit, my relationship score could be very, very low. But that's when you pick yourself up. That's when you go back and ask yourself that, am I going to be stuck in the short term or am I looking at the long term? Take a close look at all your relationships and assess their strength. Are there areas where trust could be improved? Are there opportunities to add more value? Are there relationships that could be nurtured more effectively? By taking a proactive approach to relationship building, you can strengthen the foundation. And I've spent the most amount of time today on number one, which is the building relationships, building meaningful relationships, because that is the essence of Rakhi. Number two, commitment and responsibility. The second lesson of Raksha Bandhan that has profound implication for your business is commitment and responsibility. As entrepreneurs and business leaders, the commitment that you make are just not promises. They're the foundations upon which your business is built. Your commitment to your vision, your commitment to your customers is something that will drive the business forward. But with commitment comes the huge responsibility on your shoulder, the responsibility to uphold your promises, to lead with integrity, and to be accountable for your actions. Because commitment is the driving force behind every single business. It does not matter whether you're working 20 hours a day, but if you have committed something, it's better we deliver it consistently every time. And if you can't stick to your commitment, go back to the first point of building relationships and say, can I, Mr. Customer, delay this by a couple of days? Because I can't deliver on my commitment. It's what keeps you going when the going gets tough, and it's what inspires your team to give the best effort is your commitment. The commitment is just not working hard or putting in the long hours necessarily. It's about being fully invested in your business and doing whatever it takes to achieve it. When you're committed to your business, it shows in everything that you do. You will have those challenges of cash. You will have those challenges of customers dropping out. You will have the challenges of your team members walking out. You will have the challenges of external factors. But when you're committed to the business, it shows in everything that you do. It shows in the quality of your product or services. It shows in the way you treat your customers. It shows in the way you lead your team. It shows in the way you handle challenges. Your commitment sets the tone for the entire organization. Consider the commitment required to build a brand from ground up. It requires years and years of hard work, years of dedication, perseverance to establish a brand that is recognized and respected in the market. Commitment is just not about building a business. It's about creating something that has a lasting impact. It's about leaving a legacy. Number three in that entire list on the power of 5 is celebrating diversity and unity. Raksha Bandhan is celebrated across the country, cutting across various cultures, religions, languages. It's a festival that unites people in their diversity and reminding us that strength lies in the differences as much as in the similarities. And in your business today, in this globalized, interconnected world, this principle is more relevant than ever before. You as a successful entrepreneur, you already have the first-hand power of a diverse team. And not everybody would tick by the same trigger point. So you need to figure out how are you going to drive these individuals who have different trigger points. Diversity isn't about just ticking boxes. It's not about bringing a group of people together and announcing to the world that I have a diverse organization. The diversity is allowing people to function that drives innovation, allowing your business to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing market. Diversity is not a moral imperative, it's a strategic advantage. A diverse team brings wealth of practices, experiences, ideas to the table, which can lead to more innovative solutions. Diversity is not about demographics, it's about diversity of thought. This means creating an environment where people feel comfortable sharing their ideas, challenging assumptions. When you foster diversity of thought, you tap into the collective wisdom of your team, which can lead to more innovation and effective solutions. Number 4 in this list is adaptability and resilience, navigating the winds of change. Every single day is different from yesterday. What will happen in the what is happening in the country, especially in the market that we operate in West Bengal, was not envisaged till about 15 days back. What's happening, continuing to happen in the Middle East and in Russia, Ukraine was not envisaged. Adaptability is the key reason why Raksha Bandhan has remained relevant and cherished across generations. Similarly, in your business, the ability to adapt to change and to remain resilient in the face of unsurmountable challenges is critical to long-term success. What is there today may not be there tomorrow. But what is there today is you, and what will be there tomorrow is you and your business. And that is where adaptability comes in. Whether it's a market downturn, a new competitor, a global pandemic, the ability to adapt and remain resilient in the face of change is what separates successful businesses. Adaptability is about bringing new ideas, willing to pivot when necessary, ability to change. It's about being proactive rather than being reactive, anticipating changes before they happen. Adaptability is not responding only to external changes. It's all about willing to change internally. This means being open to new ways of thinking, new ways of working, and new ways of leading. It means being willing to change the status quo, to question assumptions. When you approach this entire thing with a growth mindset, your team is more likely to see change and difficulties as an opportunities for learning and development. You've already established a certain level of adaptability, but I challenge you to think how you can further enhance those qualities. How can you become more adaptable to the changes in the market? How can you foster a culture of resilience? How can you position your business to thrive in uncertain times? Do a resilience audit. Take a close look at how your business has responded in the past to challenges and changes, and how you can become more adaptable. Are there opportunities to build resilience within your team? Are there strategies that you can implement to position your business for long-term success? Finally, number 5, giving back. The purpose of your business. The final lesson from Raksha Bandhan that offers valuable insights is giving back. It's a time when siblings express their affections for each other through exchange of gifts and support and promise of support. But beyond the personal aspect, Raksha Bandhan also reminds us of a broader responsibility to the community and the world around us. In sense, the sense of responsibility in your business translates into the concept of giving back. As an entrepreneur and a business leader, you have the power to make a positive impact on society. And with that power comes the responsibility to use it wisely. This means not only focusing on profits, but on the purpose. How can you make this world a better place to live in? How can you have a better quality of lifestyle for your employees? How can you have a sense of pride? As an experienced entrepreneur, you've already developed a sense of purpose in your business. You have the purpose. Now I challenge you to think, how can you integrate purpose into your business practices? How can you create more value to your stakeholders? What is it that you're going to do today which will have greater impact on society? And how can you ensure that your business remains purpose-driven in the long term? A business which is profit-driven in the long term will not work. A business which is purpose-driven in the long term will certainly work. And as I conclude this discussion on the 5 lessons of Raksha Bandhan, I leave you with one final thought. The principles that we have discussed today, building enduring relationships, commitment, responsibility, diversity and unity, adaptability and resilience, and giving back, are just not abstract concepts. They're actionable strategies that can help you build a stronger, more resilient, and more purpose-driven business. As an experienced entrepreneur, you have the power to shape the future of your business, your industry, your community. You have the ability to create something that goes beyond just financial success, something that has a lasting impact on society. And as you move forward on your entrepreneurial journey, I encourage you to take these lessons to heart. Reflect on what you can do to apply them to your business and challenge yourself to lead with purpose, integrity, and commitment. By doing so, you're not only building a successful business, but you're also going to create a legacy that will inspire generations to come, because you are very different. You are someone who the world looks up to. Believe it or not, and I've experienced this with multiple business owners. They have no clue how the world looks up to them. And what you're doing today and what you're going to do tomorrow is only going to be looked upon by people and say, I want to be like him, I want to be like her. And hence we have a huge responsibility on your shoulders. Ladies and gentlemen, please go out and celebrate Rakhi. Please go out and celebrate Rakhi. But the reason for you being today where you are today is not that celebration at home and the feast that you're going to have. It's a commitment that you have towards your business. So celebrate Rakhi, but imbibe the thoughts of Rakhi in your business, so that all of us today promise to the world that we will be a better entrepreneur, a better human being in the coming days. Thank you so much for being with us on this Monday morning, on this very important auspicious day of 𝗥𝗸𝗶𝗵 Purnima. Take care of yourself, and I shall see you on the other side next Monday, same place, same time, with another episode of The Power of Five. God bless all of us.